세러데이 쇼다운 D+ 기아 대 KT 롤스터.
In the top lane, this comp scales pretty well because you have GP and Zeri, and Showmaker, you know, if you're in an even game state or behind, sometimes it can be tricky to get value out of LeBlanc, especially if you can't take the mid turret down.
Yeah, Exodia on the side of D+ Kia. Let's see how it goes in game number 1.
He has done it 32 times, Valdez.
Yes.
Dice Soul Stealer.
Yeah. Didn't used to be that way, but it is nowadays. And you can build up those stacks early on. We do see that, you know, we saw this actually in the first series of the day where we had Home Life Esports with their support, with their jungle, hanging around mid, just putting on a lot of pressure.
Oh.
Yeah, bit of pressure, but that's Meganar, and he's going to go in onto Lucid, who is just going to be taken down. Lucid not respecting the Meganar, goes in, gets punished. Palu comes up as well, and that's going to be first blood for the Giga Chat.
Showmaker, top side, the Gnar is winning the matchup, gets the Mega, they bait him. Speaking of baiting.
Yeah, Palu just going to go in there. They threw the bowling ball in, and they said, well, they're probably not in that brush, but they were, and Palu died. So, absolutely.
This is how this pick happened. Lucid over the wall, flashes to get into ult range. Showmaker goes in. Ignite is just enough damage. That'll be his second kill. And his third and fourth stacks of Dark Seal, like you pointed out. Lucid with the long escape that, yeah, thankfully we won't be showing all of on screen here. And then this play, nice clear out of the minions here by Samver. So we are going to have the whole...
Yeah, I'm like, how far does the replay go?
I thought maybe something more interesting happened with Samber clearing the minions, but
we saw just yesterday. But this time they're just backing next to each other. Very friendly. And yeah, generally Showmaker does get the Luden's gun into the Soul Stealer. As Moham's just kind of out here trying to ward, and he might die. As over the wall comes the Meganar, the wall up will hit him as well as the house, and that is just a very straight up kill onto Moham.
Yeah, Morgan is in trouble now. However, I think he should be okay. He has Flash.
Yeah. Also, Lucid is not going to be getting in there. The team is still trying to chase on this one, but Lucid was just clearing a ward after he missed his vault over the wall.
Unfortunately, Morgan's not forced to Flash, and I mean, that's another kill. Going over to Bro here, who will also pick up this Rift Herald.
All right, Palu gonna knock 2 away, and the rest of the team is pretty committed to this one. Moham's already through the gate. Palu pretty low as Moham will go down, but it's another kill. That does go over to Moham, actually, but another stack into the hands of Showmaker. But this Rift Herald was taken down by the side of Bro. Did they get the eye? It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I think they were unable to secure that one. I think D+.
Say anything, but, you know, with a vibe. What was that? What did I just see?
All right.
You're dead.
I'm a pro lever now, Valdez.
Look at him.
I've seen it all. I've seen missed vaults over the wall. I've seen some flashes. We're going back to this one.
Oh, no.
어때? 봐볼래?
Let's go
What do you
for this.
think? Let's go for it.
나왔어? 나
Crush over the wall and over here.
Okay, they're trying to kill first mate Fate, and he will be going down. Another kill into the hands of Showmaker, as that is the one thing that hasn't really changed, right? Aiming's been getting gold. He's the gold king. Showmaker is putting on a show on the LeBlanc, and even though the rest of the map is on fire, it doesn't quite matter, does it?
No. Analysis, okay, here we are. Hex Flash into...
So it's actually Lucid who baits him in.
Yeah. But also left the Leon up because we got the counter. There, Showmaker is under threat here, but he is LeBlanc and has his ultimate, so I don't think they can really catch him. Well, not a fourth time.
Not again. This time, Lucid will go in, and Palu is, well, he's level 6. The rest of the team just left him to die, and now the TP comes in for Mininar. There's no Drake here or anything, so we're just fighting between the two supports. I actually applaud it. But if it's just on the map randomly and only used for disengage 95% of the time, generally not a fan. As Morgan is going to be forced to flash, actually gets hit by the engage barrel this time. As aiming is going in, he really wants to get this one down, but now he's just going to be slept, as will the GP. Here comes Lucid again, but this is looking good for the Bros as the ult comes down. Kingen is on the run, and Lucid is just being ticked down here by Youngjae, who is super fast. We got a TP coming in as well. Fate looking to collect up on the top side, and these two are just pretty much dead. Down will go Kingen, and down will go Lucid.
Showmaker's just not here. Doesn't commit a TP to the play. They don't match. That will be Bro expending some big tools, but absolutely worth it. They can start Baron at 21 minutes now. Showmaker is not in position. Moam is relatively nearby, but alone can't get anything done. These death timers are just too long. I think this one is just straight up gone. There's the TP from Showmaker. Let's see if he can carry this one 2v5.
Oh, he's almost got aiming with him as well. Palu gonna charge away from the chains, and here comes aiming. That's one kill, and everybody's up against the wall. They're all going down. The Baron is going to be secured by first mate Fate, but that's all he's going to be able to do. As nice blast going to get away from that one. Youngjae going in, but he's being chased down by the Zeri. Very fast here is the Lilia, but eventually does just get chased down. So many kills are collected by DK by the end of it all.
Yeah, 4 going in.
I guess we're just killing Palu once again, as he is in a really rough spot here. The only question is who's going to get the kill. It's going to be Kingen after the flash. Here comes Showmaker. Once more stacks. He already has 10, so he's going to need to build a Magi's if he actually wants to stack something from here.
He's got a Narbar. This looks like soul point for Bro, and they will take it. D+. Not able to actually come over here for a contest, too low on the health bars. Everybody regrouping from that last exchange. And now Kingen forced away. Baron power play still in the negatives. But they're going to siege up this mid turret.
Yeah, they should be able to get this mid tier 1, especially because Showmaker is really just embracing the side lane LeBlanc and only going when they really need.
Yeah, have you noticed? Out is over here.
Uh-oh, Palu once again, just free food, gonna be taken down. That's the 6th death on the Poppy. They just keep finding him.
The death cap is so expensive. In today's economy. I mean, look, Showmaker's not made of money, okay, Valdez?
True, yeah. I think you should go Magi's as well. The sleep is gonna come down onto him and Lucid. Moham's just kind of here. He's like, hey guys, I thought we were fighting. And chasing down Showmaker is Youngjae. Showmaker goes back in, goes into the Zhonya's, but he is absolutely dead. 900 gold picked up by the jungler of Bro. Now, like, the Mimic chains that come out is like, well, now you're dead.
Yeah.
As Kingen, he's got his Cannon Barrage now, but man, Youngjae's doing insane amounts of damage right now. Kingen, very nice flash, by the way. Very showy in that one, able to get away from Morgan. Meanwhile, his team able to pick up tier 1 and mid.
They need to win some fights now. Like, winning this soul fight, that is absolutely the way you could take this game into your hands as Bro.
Well, the poke that's coming out from this comp now that the GP is, it's not really online, but he's got a couple of items, and even just that coupled with Showmaker might just be enough to push them away before the fight even begins.
Just keep getting that barrel poke, like you say. Morgan has his Gnar set.
Oh, even the poke from the Extendo Beam, as now that barrel will be denied, but Palu once again in a really rough spot. Lucid also on the flank here.
And Morgan doesn't have his Gnar anymore. This is super frustrating for Breon here, as aiming's just starting this one up.
Well, we got Showmaker on the flank. He's outside of the bush. He's just going to show himself to Fate, who does take an insane amount of damage. There goes Kingen flying, as it might just be a straight-up flip, as Youngjae not going to get it. Lucid does pick it up, and immediately Youngjae dies. Showmaker gets in the backline. It's 3 kills for DK, just like that, plus the Dragon. Presence there, but they just couldn't, because it was Mohammed aiming just there the whole time, as Showmaker just going to be maybe 100-0'd here as he hops back, and he's not hopping anywhere else. Down he will be taken, as, you know, Showmaker will play with his food. He always will.
Yeah, it might be selling the Dark Seal for a death cap. Yeah, I mean, right now he doesn't. He's not full build, and if he's able to just survive long enough to get more money, he will.
Hey, so Moham's here for some reason. Kingen is also going to get ulted as he throws down the Cannon Barrage. This is a very messy fight, but now aiming just going to be ulted away, and Showmaker TP'd into this one. I'm like, yeah, let's bring it.
This is somewhat in between both of our theories about how D+ can lose this game.
Yeah, okay.
You know, Kingen gets caught there. Moam a bit out of his depth there, let's say, a bit too far forward. It wasn't the greatest sleep from Youngjae, but hey,
If aiming flash the Keeper's Verdict, I think 3 of them die.
probably. He is full build, by the way.
But
He doesn't get stronger.
Yeah, instead he just, well, he could build a Zephyr.
True.
I've seen him do that before. You know, instead of doing the flash play and maybe taking down an objective or something, there was no Baron at that time. He saves it for the Baron fight and says, you know what, there's a better time to use it.
I mean, it's 100% aiming POG if D+ win. As just the most honorable member of D+, who didn't make any mistakes this game.
King is really trying to barrel his way into the lead, but it's not really working out for him.
He got the Mega Gnar activation, you know, by standing near Morgan, and then now it's gone. Well played.
Oh! Oh! Oh, a 3-man sleep! And it's Zonya's, and it's only Youngjae. They almost got Moham, though. That was, okay. Good effort, Palu.
That was almost like that famous international tournament sleep that happened around the same part of the map, where there wasn't any follow-up. This one less egregious, but still not ideal. That's a big ultimate down for this next objective fight, but they're winning the health bar trade until that.
Yeah.
Now they're not.
That's the thing. The poke in the late game from LeBlanc and GP is just so hard to deal with. And even though this game has been an absolute just, I don't even know what to call it, a circus of sorts. And
Clown Fiesta.
yeah, that's a good one. We should use that from now on.
It's a pretty good term.
Definitely never heard that before.
Yeah, no, like we haven't used it in a while because it hasn't always been fitting, but I think this is the game.
Yeah. And even though it is, you could just do that and then take Baron instead.
Yeah. The address, no return address. We are sending it. We're putting it right in the mailbox. And I think, bro, you cannot give Hextech Soul to this LeBlanc composition that has a full build Zeri on it, but they're just going to send it to the top lane. That's where they put the address in.
Giga Chad, give Hextech Soul. It's fine. No, they're going very late game.
And we'll see if he still wants to double Flame Horizon for...
He is the Gold King, so he deserves all the gold.
It does look like he's on track to potentially pick up the last one of the season.
Yeah, that was my understanding. He receives the gold, as we're going to ult First Mate Fate and use instead. So, nice little pick. You know, that's I think that's like the second time we've seen Vi and LeBlanc put their abilities together. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Alongside of the GP.
All right, D+, eyes on the prize.
They've been really focused in this game, but now they've been the most focused.
Let's see them take out that inhibitor and see if they can collapse Showmaker on the flank.
Moham is he's being bullied by Morgan. He's just going to throw a Solar Flare into him and walk away. Morgan level 18 to Moham's 12. Moham's still very low on levels.
Eclipse is pretty crazy. Celestial opposition. And they're wearing down, bro, but they will not be defeated just yet. They are.
Horizon. Yeah. And, you know, that's just on the horizon. We do see Lucid going in. The ult flash, and down will go Samber. He didn't exist before, but now he really doesn't exist. Youngjae also going to have to flash away. And, well, DK, they finally agree. We're going to stop playing with our food, aiming, flashing on top of the enemy team. And they will eventually just clean up the rest of Bro. Bro, a immaculate defense. Just beautiful stuff from them, but at the end of the day, DK just too powerful. And aiming will do 8,000 damage and not die a single time in the game and pick up the POG and the Gold King this week. Congratulations, as DK will take down the Nexus for game number 1.
Damage to champions, a big fat goose egg under Samber on that last fight. I think that really says it all.
I thought Youngjae's Lilia, jokes aside, was actually quite strong. But it just wasn't enough to get across the line. See a big difference in damage from the jungle, but it's not what Vi is there for. And eventually, Lucid did figure that out as well. He's like, oh yeah, I could just ult people. And
now we have a Smolder bot lane. Or, what's more likely, is the Smolder is going mid for Showmaker, and we have two incredibly strong scaling AD solo laners. As Rel with the Smolder is not very inspiring. It's okay, just play Cassid and Showmaker. It's fine, man. We all know you want to do it. Oh, right, the Smearl.
Smearl!
The
It's back!
classic.
Yeah.
It's an
Love Smearl.
old aiming favorite. We saw him play it a bit back in the old days. And aiming favorite. We saw him play it a bit back in the old days. And into the Varus, the wind wall, actually again for D+.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of smiles on their side at the top of the rift for game 2.
Both junglers going to be pathing bottom. It's not the most prolific draft that we have seen in the LCK, but it is exciting to see Varus attempt it again. Varus Nautilus. An old
Genji, maybe Pyosik was doing it, playing the Lilia, just diving top, getting damage in. Speaking of which, Lucid is top, as that's going to be the flash already utilized by Morgan, and he just knows he's pretty much dead. He's going to try to go into the alcove, but yeah, he will get the stun down onto Lilia, but it's still going to be a kill. First blood does go over to Lucid. Here comes Palu and Youngjae, flash on in, but now it's a 3v2. Do they have the damage as well, as Fade is going to come on up, but not quite enough to get it done. And now Showmaker is going to join. A big Zeri ultimate onto 3. And he's got a long lane up here as well. The stun going to miss. And do they have the damage to get on this one? As the Rel goes in, Moham going to set this up. And down will go Palu as well. It's a double kill for Showmaker Zeri. Skirmishes get a bit risky. Zeri will always come out on top, as Moham in a bit of trouble. Is going to get hit by the combo of the Varus and the Nautilus, as finally Youngjae will press his ult button and take down Moham. A little while for him to do that, but gets the job done regardless.
It's very proactive, but I think also very much a pipe dream.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they really want to make a case to take down this Chemtech Drake, but I just don't see it. But perhaps they see something that we don't. Palu going up top. They have a TP coming in. They want to fight for this big time, as Lucid nearby. He will get the smite down, but the follow-up with a 3-man knockup comes in, and the cannon over the top. That's 2 kills over to the side of Bro. And they do collapse in and kind of even up the gold here.
Yeah, Morgan to set up for the slicing Maelstrom.
Uh-oh. Well, it's just a free kill. Aiming wanted it. Got stolen by Showmaker, who now has 3 kills.
Yeah, we're just kind of 3v3 in the bottom lane. King in.
Here we go. The barrels are going to land, and now the Slicing Maelstrom utilized. Has to try to get out of this one. Does Morgan, but the flash is in. One more Q. Could do it, and King in will shoot him down.
Spikes, but see how this starts off is just decides to use the barrel chain here instead of clearing the minions.
He says, I think I got him.
잡았다.
And get that final Q. Bro's starting up this Herald without a ton of control. Showmaker on the flank top side.
Yeah, they also don't have Slicing Maelstrom here, as they're going to get the hook on a Moham, but immediately he's just going to turn and fight. SDK are like, hey, if you want to fight right now, sure, let's go. We're ready to throw down. And the Swift Herald is just being toyed with, but it's just going to go the way of Lucid. Palu goes in. He's very angry about that, but now he's just going to die. As now the Rel will get the engage on it, and aiming is spinning around a million times a second, as finally we do have Morgan going in with the Slicing Maelstrom, but it's not quite enough damage. It's just a little bit lackluster at the very end. Some resets will come through for Youngjae, but he will be taken out as well. Another double kill for Showmaker. And
Lucid waiting for his opportunity. There's the Herald. That'll tank the turret.
yeah, he also can barrage the top lane. So he's just getting CS. He's going to go into the Rift Herald and smash into the turret. And Morgan just going to throw a Slicing Maelstrom in there, just desperate to try to survive. But the burn will come in. It's both GP and Lilia burns. And he just disappears, disintegrates into thin air. He's going to improve on if we want to make this a bit cleaner. And they have done exactly that. Showmaker has a good idea that he is being dove. He's going to spot it as well.
No minions yet. Yeah, it's coming over though. Morgan's ult is also coming up. They're gonna have to TP.
Yeah, TP comes in. The hook is gonna miss. Showmaker is gonna get ulted. Heartbreaker, but he's just living under the turret. Finally gets taken down by a Shuriken. And now the turn does come in. Samber also super low, but they do trade onto Kingen as well. And it's a crazy, wacky dive. But it's okay for now for the side of Bro. Aiming, looking for the turnarounds here. As Youngjae will not be getting that one there. Lucid also around and trying to get this fight going and trying to open up the space for aiming, as Lucid is incredibly low. In goes aiming. Now he's going to hit that S rank, and finally will get the spin onto Youngjae. And it looks like Morgan as well will be run down. the mobility of both the Lilia and the Samira just a bit too much at the end of the day.
And they had to use all their tools to actually dive Showmaker, so there's no way to peel for the Samira anymore. Great hook.
Well, yeah, Lucid just kind of running on in, and he is not going to be punished for it. This Lilia is just so slippery, you can't lock her down, even with the Nautilus. Very frustrating for Bro. And with the Baron spawning, they're just going to, well, do it. The Lilia and the Samira together. As now, Young Jay, who's ganking who here? He's going to look for Lucid. And the sleep will come in. Lucid gets it onto a couple of guys. Young Jay is going to buffer out of that one. Here comes Morgan, but he is just going to be ulted and killed. So, good
Nice
effort.
flank.
Yeah. But that's about it. No more sleeps will come in, but a lot of damage from the Lilia. Now setting up the Samira. Nice ult here from Palu to deny that. But they have damage in heaps from the side of DK as Showmaker comes in on the flank. And Young Jay, he just abandoned ship.
Oh, you picked the Nautilus to ult the Zeri! And once again, CC is used on one target, and then the other target ends up cleaning the fight. This time it's not aiming who cleans up house, but Showmaker. And with the Baron for 40 more seconds, this might be one of our faster games this season. They've got a cannon minion here. They are ripping these Nexus turrets apart.
Yeah, I mean, with the last bits of the Baron, it should be enough. But Boham is going to take the turret, and the death timers are very low. So DK just going to back out of here, play it safe. Shuriken hits Kingen, who is level 15 in this game, alongside a Lucid, actually, which is kind of crazy as the jungler. As we zoom out, you know, there's Ward, but they're not going to do anything crazy.
Between these the carries.
Please read out the gold numbers for us.
41.6 to 53.2.
Thank you. DK is very far. So now that is very obvious, Young Jay is going to die, and well, DK, they give themselves another opportunity to boost their KDA, and they will get it. It should be a clean ace, although Lucid going to be boomed to smithereens. So will aiming, actually. Crazy amounts of damage coming out from Fate and Morgan, especially without the exhaust. Well, he poked him. That wasn't enough.
Yeah, we'll need the CC to stop the teleport, but you know, he's back at home being like, I don't know if I'm really helping. I don't know if this is actually really going to be enough to actually save the game. May buy some time, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's not able to clear the wave, and I think that is just going to do it. They go in onto Fate. They want 4 kills. There are a couple of guys alive, but if you just hit the Nexus, the game will end as Kingen is having his fun, but it does not matter. GG, DK will take the 2-0 and secure 3rd place in playoffs.
Down it goes.
Boham as well getting in there.
The last tower, so to speak, in Korean you call the Nexus tower, just to keep the comms clean on focusing Nexus turrets into the Nexus itself. Pretty even damage split here, but across the board.
Lord Morgan.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation, joined by the solo POG of the Night Showmaker on the side of T plus Kia. Congratulations on the win. Showmaker, with today's victory, T plus Kia secured 3rd place in the regular season, and you also earned a solo POG. Now that you are standing on the 2nd place on the POG standing as well, how do you feel? I am so glad that DK managed to secure 3rd place with this win today, and happy to pick up double POG as well. In the previous interview, players mentioned that they all want to give the fans a 2-0 win. How does it feel to finally achieve it? I felt so bad because we were sending them home so late. So we always wanted to give them a 2-0, but finally we made it. So today, in the first game, Bros first picked Corki, and with a smile on your face, you immediately locked in LeBlanc. So I want to know what was happening when you were going with that pick. Because LeBlanc most likely gets target banned, so I was not expecting it to be let through. So I was like, maybe they're just gonna B1 LeBlanc, and then they did not. So So we just picked LeBlanc with a lot of confidence.
바로 픽을 하셨군요. 1세트 상대가 탑 정글을 잡고
In game 1, there was a moment where the opponents were able to find 2 picks and then try to go for a Baron, but the damage carries on the side of D plus Kia managed to successfully kind of resist this. I mean, they did in the end take the Baron, but still, it was a team fight victory for DK. So they already used a lot of their skills and abilities, and still, even though we were behind in numbers, we still had aiming and myself, who was already scaled a lot. So it was a bit of a risky situation, but we went for the play and we were able to kind of pull off the execution we needed. And after winning the first game, I heard you guys spent a long time for the feedback in the coach's booth. What was the main focus? So there were a lot of unexpected plays coming from the opponents in game number 1, so we wanted to look back at it and talk about it. And was that expected in game 2? Yeah, I guess so. And the drafting was pretty similar to game number 1. But game 2, we had Lilia and Zeri into Corki. What was the reasoning behind them? So, because we won the first game, we could stick to the exact same picks, but also we wanted to try out some new strategy as well. Then how was your first mid-Zeri game? Very fun, you know, Zeri, the champion, is very fun to play. Much better than LeBlanc that I play every single day. Then is it gonna be your new bias over Syndra? There's no way. And then, as a last pick on D plus Kia, we had Samira locked in after 371 days. What was the team strategy behind that? She has a really good synergy with Rel, and aiming also said Samira is looking really good, and you have to listen to him right now, you know. Because of his opinion, we thought it's gonna be an effective pick, and we went for it. And then we have this annoying maker, the global emote that represents D plus Kia over here. Tell us about this starfish. It kind of symbolizes you, right? Do I look like that? I mean, yeah, that's cute, you know. Very cute. I hope you guys all buy it. Very cute. Starfish that, you know, kind of represents D plus Kia and Showmaker. And D plus Kia, your final match of the regular season is the Saturday Showdown against KT Roaster. It is going to be another banger, right? We always end up having a very long, exhausting one up against KT Roaster, but now that we just got a 2-0 win today, I hope we can get another 2-0 in that match. Lastly, anything you want to say to the fans? With this win, we have secured the 3rd place spot in the LCK regular season, but we want to make sure that we can keep moving forward throughout the playoffs. And this will be the end of the POG interview, and back to the space. Thank you.